4, so that's like an upgraded version. So the barrier to entry to AI is pretty low. I mean, even without a budget, if you've got just time, you can go in and start figuring this stuff out, right? But
Yeah.
what you don't want it to do is be a replacement and take time out of your prospecting and money generating activities, right? So why would it make sense? I mean, I think I just answered my own question here, but explain to me a little bit about why it makes sense to look for somebody like you who's taken hours and hours and hours and hours to become an expert and engage you to help. What kind of an outcome? I know you said it would save them a lot of time, but let's talk about some of the other benefits here as well, whether it's business building, recruiting. You said you're involved in all aspects of people's business. Let's go through a few more here. Like, let's say, for example, lead generation. How are you using AI in lead gen right now?
It is in every part of my lead gen, every single part, from how I'm choosing who I'm targeting to generating ads and content to attract, to generating lead magnets, funnels, follow up, and then, automation as much as you can, as well as right now I'm building a custom GPT that is going to work as a chat bot. It's going to talk to leads and convert them into appointments. And it's going to be preloaded with information about my company so that it can answer questions from these leads. But its sole purpose is to get them to a meeting, right?
Okay.
So it's helping with everything. So you're not having any leads fall through the cracks. What is the number one thing that like realtors hate doing is lead follow-up? And I don't really understand that, but I feel like they will avoid it at all costs.
Sure.
Yeah. And if we can give them a bot that they can preload with information from their website that will reach out when it's programmed to and have full conversations with these leads, and then have those leads booked into phone calls with the agent. So now it's not on the agent to hustle this as much. I mean, it might be a little bit more attractive for agents who don't like cold calling, because I know, it's not really cold calling, but I feel like it is when it's a lead anyways, especially an online lead. It's pretty cold, right? Nobody wants to talk to you.
For sure.
So I feel like it'll help that way quite a bit, very significantly.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's really totally scalable. In other words, I guess, if you got a referral from a friend of yours or a relative, you wouldn't let the chatbot handle that. You'd go ahead and pick up the phone, call the referral, introduce yourself, build rapport, because that's way down the funnel. But if you're picking up top of funnel pay-per-click leads, for example, people who are just beginning their search, and you have no idea what their time frame, motivation is, or any of that sort of thing, and you realize that if you're good, you might convert 2 or 3, maybe 4% of them on a great day, then you can definitely scale a database that's got thousands of those leads by using AI to, text them, email them, contact them. Are you having AI, like, can you just ask it to say, hey, generate a 24-month touch campaign for leads that come in looking in the Toronto area?
Absolutely.
Whatever.
I have AI doing everything for me, everything I'm generating. I'm even taking my current systems I had before AI and uploading them and figuring out how, critiquing them and improving them. Everything I create, from keynote speeches, presentations, workshops, anything, I'm uploading it to ChatGPT. We're having a conversation about how I can make this better. It's making suggestions, and I'm having them change it too as well.
Yeah. Well, there's not a whole lot of stuff that's original anymore in the real estate business. And we always used to have a saying, and that was, you don't have to be the smartest kid in the room. Just sit next to the smartest kid in the room, right? And R&D doesn't stand for research and development. It stands for rip off and deploy. It sounds like that Chat GPT and these other AI tools are really perfect for doing that. The way you were describing finding an avatar out there somewhere that is, is close to what you want to be as possible, and then just having the AI recreate that around your persona is mind-blowing. It's like crazy.
Yeah. Cliff, I've built a GPT that talks to me like Tony Robbins would. And the beauty is I didn't even have to preload it with any of Tony Robbins' info because there's so much available out there. I gave the GPT web access, so it can just comb the web. Like it's amazing. But really, when I'm giving it a task to perform, especially when we're doing the quarterly business plan and we're getting down to the follow-up and generating the campaigns for email and text outreach, and then I generate a script, I'm asking it to channel somebody specific. So I might say, channel like Grant Cardone's super aggressive, what would this look like? How many times a day should this person be called? Little things like that. It's really just, this isn't replacing us. This is giving us unlimited amount of knowledge.